Hello and welcome to From Tree to Book Writers Group.
We are your panel. I'm Eliwood.
I'm Anna.
And I'm Overlord Supreme Cat Queen, Sam. This podcast is for writers anywhere on their writing journey, because no matter where you are, as long as you're writing, you're not writing it wrong.
Today we're going to do a little chatting about writing. We're going to share a little bit about what we are working on, and we will play some fun games.
At the end of this chapter, we're going to keep each other company during a 25-minute writing sprint, and we hope you'll join us for that.
Although you can always skip it if you want to.
That's right. Any podcast business we need to talk through, guys? I don't think we have any updates just yet.
Or teas or coffee?
What are you guys drinking? What are you drinking out of? Sam, you have a new mug. What's your mug?
Yes, this is my Paddington mug. I figured since we're talking about writing and books, I would pull out one of my favorite kids' characters from when I was growing up. I actually think I got this when I was in London decades ago. It's been a long time. Yep.
We should go back.
And I should, right? I think we should all go. And I am drinking a white vanilla grapefruit sample that I got from Harney and Sons.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Ellie, what are you drinking?
I am drinking from my Belle Beauty and the Beast mug, which
love it.
I also considered would be a very literary appropriate mug. And I am drinking, right? It is, I believe, an Adagio brand. It's a limited edition tea that I found at my beloved local coffee shop. Aww. And it is called Snow White. And it is no, I'm so sorry. This one is Sleeping Beauty, which is chamomile with rose. I also have the Snow White, but I went with Sleeping Beauty today because it's a good cozy nap kind of day.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Well, I mean, don't nap just yet.
Oh, sorry. What was that? Anna, what are you drinking?
I have a different cat than last time. If you guys are tracking how many cats I have. And I'm drinking, this tea is called Madeleine. But it is from the Jolie Tea Shop, which is local in Salem. Sam and I went there together. So that's what I'm drinking. It's a very floral tea.
Yeah, it's also a very good tea shop, and they have very good teas. And they do have an online store if anyone is interested in trying them out.
Ooh,
they do.
Yeah, they're not a sponsor, but we enjoy them.
Not
Support your local tea and coffee shops.
Great.
Beloved local coffee shops, the writer's best friend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, let's do a quick round robin. What's everybody working on, or what are you reading?
Ellie, do you want to go first this time?
Oh, sure. So right now I'm reading a in-season book from one of my favorite horror writers, Grady Hendrix. It's his latest book, Witchcraft for Wayward Girls.
Ooh. I just finished that like a month ago.
I am technically listening to it, but it's such a treat as an audiobook. And no spoilers, but this is just gleaned from information you can read on the back of the book. But I really appreciate that. I feel like the scenes that have scared me and upset me the most are the scenes that are just talking about what it's like to be pregnant and give birth. It's just a very honest portrayal of yeah, this is terrifying. And
there is no supernatural horror in that book that is worse than real life.
I mean, there is supernatural horror, and everything else is very I love the world building. I love the layers built into it. The characters are all very well created. But the worst parts are just listening to what it's like to make a human being, which I really appreciate. Grady Hendrix gets a pass. From me, I kind of have I have a moment where if I find a male author who primarily writes female characters, but he gets a pass.
I was really surprised when I found out he was a man.
Yeah.
And then I'm pretty sure he's straight, which also from the way he writes women so well, he writes a female voice and female perspective so well.
Yes. Very respectfully also. It's a very respectful, good portrayal, authentic portrayal. He gets a pass.
He gets a pass. It's one of the only ones. I mean, his books are horrific and
Oh,
they make me so uncomfortable. But in the
excellent
way
writer.
that's what you're reading it for.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So I've been very much enjoying that read.
Excellent.
Overlord Supreme, what are you working on or reading?
So my current work in progress is still in the brainstorming phase. I'm basically compiling, like finishing up my scene list for each act and just throwing a bunch of scene ideas down on paper, even though they don't necessarily make it in the manuscript. Just so I kind of have like guideposts to kind of guide me through once I start drafting. But I want to make sure I hit on like what like readers expect from the type of story I'm writing. So I try to like at least put those seeds, like just jot a sentence down about those kinds of scenes down, so I know to like kind of aim towards that at some point in the story.
I am always in awe of your outlining process. It's so well thought out and well constructed.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I feel like Sam, you and me have opposite brains. Like I'm very much a pantser who's trying very hard to like put some guideposts in, and you're like, I'm all guideposts. There's nothing but guideposts. I have got this planned out.
I do
And
think that my process comes out of my anxiety and compulsions. I even in my writing I catastrophize, so I need those posts.
Valid.
You have to find a way to make the process work for your brain.
Yep.
Exactly. You don't want to be working against yourself.
No, exactly.
And your process has to be different than someone else's because that's the way your brain is going to work.
Exactly.
Like if I tried to write the way you write, I think I would never succeed. And I think if you tried to write the way I write, you would be miserable. So like, you have to find the process that works for you.
Exactly.
So I think I told you guys about this. I recently finished reading. Well, actually, I was listening to the book, the audiobook, but it was a fantastic book, and I'm gonna double check the author's name right now because I do not want to get it wrong. So give me 2 seconds because if I don't say the author's name, it's The Furious Hours, and it's by Casey Sepp. I don't know. By Casey Sepp. Yeah, Furious Hours by Casey Sepp. So it's about a infamous case of murders and a trial in the 1960s and 70s. This man basically turned out to be a serial killer. He kept like killing his family members for insurance money, and then like after the sixth one, it was like maybe this is not normal. But his trial, well, no, sorry, not his trial. He kept getting off. This white lawyer kept getting him off, and like circumstantial evidence, you can't prove it was him. It's just that everyone that he knows dies in a mysterious car accident, and he gets the insurance money. But then after the fifth or sixth family member died, another member of the community came to the funeral and shot him in the face at the funeral in front of hundreds of witnesses. And then the same lawyer who had gotten him off defended his murderer, got him acquitted. So, but the really interesting thing, that's not even the best part. The really interesting thing is that the murder trial of the man who killed the original killer, Harper Lee came of To Kill a Mockingbird fame. And she actually spent months living in this town, getting to know these people, interviewing people, building trust within the Black community, because of course there's a lot of divides between the Black community and the white community, which is kind of part of why he was able to get away with it so long, because he was a Black person killing other Black people. And so the white community that controlled the justice system was like, well, we don't want to get too involved. But the last third of the book ends up being a biography of Harper Lee and talks a lot about her writing process and how it failed her, because of course she very famously never published another book after To Kill a Mockingbird until just a few years before her death. And actually the book she published, Set a Watchman, it was mostly stuff she had written already, because when she first wrote To Kill a Mockingbird, it was a much longer book. And her editor was like, leave this stuff out. You actually just want to tell the story of Young Scout. That's a better, more clearly defined, more audience-friendly story. Leave the stuff out about her dad being racist. Leave the stuff out about segregation. We can do that another time. And so then before she died, they dug back up the original manuscript, and then I'm assuming she did some work on it, but then they published it. but she tried to write this book about this trial and got very close, and then it disappeared. Like, no one knows where the manuscript even is. No one knows how far she actually got on it. But her writer's block and her overnight success hampered her ability to write another novel so much. Talking about anxiety, Sam.
Yeah.
That she never actually finished another novel. And so it's a fascinating book. I've talked too much about it already, but I highly recommend it. Casey Sett. And I think my favorite part is that Harper Lee been trying to write for several years, and some friends of hers, as a Christmas present, just gave her tens of thousands of dollars and said, "Here, you can live on this for a year. Write your book." And then by November, she had finished To Kill a Mockingbird. So that's all you need, is just really good friends to give you money.
Everything, it comes down to community.
Right? Exactly.
So that you can just focus on your art instead of having to have a day job.
Yeah. I don't know. I think my cats would object if I just focused on just my art and not actually bringing in.
Your
They would
cats need
object
to be
if
more
you didn't
supportive.
have food for them. Yeah.
Mhm.
They're so needy, demanding food every day. Anyways, so today, as our beginning episodes, we're getting to know each other and our writing, and today we're going to actually ask Sam some questions about what she is working on. So Ellie, I think you had a question you want to
I
start
have
with.
some burning questions for you, Sam. First of all, please, can you introduce yourself and also share some about what got you into writing?
Sure. So, hi, my name is Samantha. I live here in this town, and I am friends with these wonderful ladies. We formed a writing group. I do have a day job, and I live with 2 cats, and they are very demanding owners, and so I have to work very hard for them. And you may or may not meet them today. They're both actually sleeping because it's a very rainy day, and so let's kind of hope it stays that way, because otherwise they will not let you be. But I think similar to Anna is like, I've been writing off and on since I was a kid. When I was a kid, I would write fan fiction. I don't know that I've ever told this anybody, and I don't know that I should be admitting this, but I would write fan fiction of Les Mis.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
This is the best time and venue to tell this for the first time. I'm so excited.
So would you sell like alternate versions where Eponine lived, or?
Yeah, so I focused mainly on the students, because I thought they were like those. I think their characters really, because I was in high school at this point, and so they're fighting against the man and type of thing. Like I like their friendships and their relationships. So just want to kind of have them live and do better things and not.
And do you still have any of these? Can we read them?
Probably. I don't know. I can see if I can dig them up.
Yeah, dig them up. I want to read them.
But yeah, they might be in my parents' house, or I might have had Mom just throw them all away when they were packing to move.
I feel like at some point we should do an episode where we each bring some piece of juvenilia that we can then like do a little report on. Like, I wrote this thing when I was 13, and this is what it's about.
I do love public humiliation, so
yeah, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, that would be funny.
Sam, you talked about this a little bit already, but can you talk more about like your writing process? Like, how do you start? What's your approach?
So I usually I'm inspired by something that I might have seen in a movie or read in another book. And I'm like, kind of, I think we talked about this in the first episode. Like, it usually comes as a what if. And so I love brainstorming. I think that's kind of right now my favorite part of the process, is just kind of coming up with all the ideas and kind of seeing how much stuff I can just shoehorn in, like of all of the favorite tropes that I have. And I do need to outline. I need a really, not necessarily in-depth, need to kind of like map out like in every scene type of thing. But I do need to have an outline that has all the scenes and kind of points me where to go, like, so that I know how I'm getting to the midpoint and then how I'm getting to the end. Because the few times that I have tried to just, kind of have character stuff, but no actual plot information, I just spin my wheels and I can't even get to the middle of the book. I'm just like, I don't know where I'm going with this. Like my character, and the for whatever reason, just the discovery writing aspect of it is not enough to kind of drive me forward, because I will just spend all of my time living in the world, but there's nothing driving the story forward. So there's kind of, it's just like, everyday life, which is, we live in it, so it's great, but I'm not necessarily sure that everyone would like to read about, just me talking to my cats, and then the characters talking to their cats and going to work every day. And, it's not necessarily, yay, cheering you on type of writing. So I find it really helpful for me to have the guiding light kind of bringing me forward, and, having the headlights show me the way. When I drive anywhere, like I need to like map out ahead of time, like all of the turns that I'm going to be taking. Even though I have GPS in my car. So it's not like I need to really do all of that ahead of time, but I still map out my path when I'm going somewhere that I've never been before. And it's the same for writing. Like I need to map out that path. So that's kind of what I do. And then I do find that when I'm drafting, I'll discover new things about the characters. And sometimes that will require me to kind of redefine the path and come up with a new path. And I'm totally flexible with that. But I can't not have something at least on paper to get me started.
And you'll go back and like update your outline and finesse the outline when you discover those new things.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. I love the emphasis on just how much fun just brainstorming about a new idea can be. Like that's and it also, like, I think it makes a lot of sense because I think you bring such a like lived in quality to your writing. Like the world just feels so like natural, and it just feels so well there. And I think that I'm like connecting some pieces now.
Yeah. And I think because I spent so much time like just brainstorming the world, and that like I think you have this very similar process for your Blue Dye series, where it's like I know enough about the world. I don't necessarily know like the whole the religion or the government system or anything like that, but I know like kind of how the characters exist in the world. And I feel like that's really what helps me to discover the world, is like, as long as I know how the characters exist in it and interact with it, I can make them kind of they're how I discover the world as well. So
yeah, that is a little similar to how I vibe too. But that makes a ton of sense. What are some of your non-literary inspirations? Like you mentioned kind of like some what ifs. What are some of those that went into this whip?
Non-literary inspirations. So I'm really always inspired by familial relationships and friendships. And so I find I put a lot of that stuff into my stories. And so, I'm always inspired by, a really good, strong sibling relationship that I see. And I like to emulate that in stories. Or if there's, a friendship that is kind of a little bit rocky, and I like trying to explore that as well. And so I find I'm really inspired by just that kind of thing that I see out in the real world. And I, kind of like to put it in stories and build off of that.
Yeah, for sure.
Similarly, what are the books that inspired this one? So the literary inspirations.
So I haven't quite managed to do it because I don't think it's actually possible, but I want the humor. I want to make my stories funny in a way that like P.G. Wodehouse did and Richard Osman do. Like I love their characters, and like for Richard Osman, like his mysteries are really fun too. Like the Thursday Murder Club, like I love the mysteries that they solve, but it's really the characters and their interactions that drive me there. And same with P.G. Wodehouse, like he doesn't have plots. Like, come on, let's be real. Like
A bunch of rich people wander around the countryside and fight over whose chef they've stolen. Like,
yeah. So it's like, I have an
plot.
entire bookshelf of all of so many of PG Woodhouse's books that I read over and over again because like he's just so funny. And like I strive to put that humor in my stories. I'm not there. I'm still working on it. But like I find I'm really inspired by like that kind of writing and like kind of like their love for their characters, even their like really obnoxious or evil characters, like you can feel it shining through their writing. And so I think that inspires me. And I want that kind of care for my characters to come out in my writing once after it gets to be read by the world.
I love that. That's great.
That's beautiful. I have a really, really important question now, though.
Okay.
All right. So let's imagine your main characters are stranded on an island, right? Okay. So they have a food supply, but it is dwindling pretty quickly. There's a consistent source of fresh water, fortunately, which we know is like the most important thing. Mm-hmm. They have a flare gun with one charge, but they know that this part of the world is pretty deserted and rescue is pretty unlikely. So my question is, who suggests cannibalism first?
Totally my female main character. Absolutely.
No hesitation. What a queen.
No, because she's already agoraphobic. She like, she like doesn't trust anybody. So she's like, I'm in it to win it. Like I need to just survive. So we're going here.
I love that. I love that for her. May the odds be ever in her favor.
Right.
I also have a very important question for you, Sam. Which of your characters love roller coasters, and which of your characters are terrified of roller coasters?
So Skunkle Dermot loves roller coasters. Like he would ride the roller coaster until his bones fall apart and he is no longer able to, live in his skunk body. I think my love interest, Fletcher, he would also love the roller coasters and he'd have that devil may care grin on his face the whole time. Like, do you think you can get me? No, this is awesome. My main character, Holland, she would be like, absolutely not. No. Do you want to die? Because I will kill you. No, we're not.
She would rather eat human flesh than go on a roller coaster.
Than ride a roller coaster. We've learned
all
so
I need
much.
to know about her.
I really want to read this book now.
Yeah.
I don't want to meet this person, but I want to read the book about her.
Yeah. I support her in everything she does. I support women's wrongs.
Yeah, her survival instinct is very strong, but her survival instinct is to stay in her house.
I get it.
Yeah. That is safer. There are no roller coasters inside my house.
There's roller coasters inside your house.
I mean, there's some emotional roller coasters inside my house, you guys, but that's different. Yeah. All right. Well, I think we're gonna play a little game now. And today I don't really have a name for this, but like we're gonna do a fictional crossover. So if you could have any established fictional character like enter into the world of your book, who would it be? And tell me about that. Tell us about that.
So I want you guys to answer this as well for your works in progress. But I was thinking about this, and Anna may not be surprised by this, and I don't know how he would fit, but I definitely want Roland Deschain, the gunslinger, to be existing in my world.
Mm-hmm. Would he be played by Idris Elba in the crossover?
Yes,
I know we have feelings
because he deserves a much better movie.
Yeah, well, yes. Yeah.
Yes, but Idris Elba can continue to play Roland because I was there for that, even if the movie itself was terrible.
Yeah, we do have feelings about the gunslinger.
Yeah.
Anna,
Ellie, what would your oh?
Oh my! What a turn!
I don't have one yet.
Oh, okay, you can vamp. I'll go next. So I think for the Blue Dye Beach series, which is famously a supernatural kind of mystery, I think I would want to bring in someone to help with the mystery, Sherlock Holmes.
Oh,
I love that.
And I think he would go around and he would, go, okay, well, once you've eliminated the impossible, all that's left is, no matter how improbable, whatever he says. And I think he would eliminate the supernatural immediately as impossible. So he would immediately solve every mystery wrong and then get eaten
He would
by a
fail
cryptid.
That's amazing.
terribly.
I'm here for that. I would like you to write Blue Dye Beach fan fiction with Sherlock Holmes.
The death
Can you
of
write
Sherlock
fan fiction
Holmes.
about your own.
I have written fan fiction about my own book, and that's all I'm going to say about that.
That's how you get a sequel. You want sequels? That's how you get sequels. So this is kind of a cop-out because I think she's part of the inspiration for this character, but you guys both watch Doctor Who, right? Sam, I know you watch Doctor Who. Ellie, do you ever watch Doctor Who?
I have, yeah.
Okay, so Madame Vastra, she's a Silurian who
so cool.
is kind of she's in the world of Doctor Who, she is the inspiration for Sherlock Holmes. So she is, a giant humanoid lizard, which does cause some second glances, but she is also the greatest detective of her era. I would totally have her join my heroine and do an assist, and Madame Vastra would be very very interested in uncovering what was happening and why there was a ghost haunting this painting, and would probably do a little better than Sherlock Holmes in terms of clearly there's something going on here, but have you considered time travel?
Madame Vastra would do very well in Blue Dye Beach also, I think. Much better than
I think Madame Vastra would do well in all of our books.
Oh, absolutely.
I agree.
And she could bring her wife/maid Jenny, and it would be like an adorable pairing. And Jenny and my character's maid Peggy would become best friends. And I guess that's two characters. I'm cheating a little bit.
I'll allow it. I don't want to split up a pair. I mean, I guess I would have to bring in Watson too in that case. And Watson would be like, no, I'm pretty sure those are fucking vampires.
Yeah, Watson would be terrified, and Sherlock would be like, "Don't be ridiculous, Watson." And Watson would be right.
Yeah, I think this is the one where Watson's right and Sherlock gets eaten by something.
I really want you to write that. Sherlock Holmes is in the public domain. I mean, you could actually write that.
You totally could.
It's actually the 5th Blue Dye book now.
The series will never end.
I
mean, if we're lucky. Well,
right.
I think it's time to do a little writing. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
sounds good to me.
Do it.
All right. Well, so we're going to do a 25-minute sprint. Guys, get your work in progress out. We'll have a little music playing, and we will rejoin you in 25 minutes.
All right. See you then.
See you then. And that's 25 minutes. We hope you had a productive writing session or brainstorming or whatever you were working on. Hope it went really well. Please send us a note, pop us a comment, or even email us and let us know what you're working on and how it's going. We love hearing from you, friends.
Please like, review, and subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts. Follow us on social media. Links to everything are in the podcast description.
From Treat a Book Writers Group is produced in partnership with Hook and Quill Press, LLC. Please check out their socials below as well.
And just remember, wherever we are, we're writing together.